Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a general reading about what fantasies does your crush have about you. So the cards are going to answer what they find hot about you, what they get turned on by, what they feel towards you, and what they wish you knew. So the readings are timeless. There are timestamps in the pinned comments, and decks are in the description box. There's also a link to my Instagram for free tarot spread layouts. There's also information on my link tree about how to get a reading on Fiverr or on Etsy, as well as a link to a new kit group I started so that people could come in and talk to each other about tarot. On my channel, when the camera zooms in, we pull a clarifying card on whatever got zoomed in on. We also play a game called What's in the Box. So what's in the box is utilizing your intuition to find out what is in the box. Intuition is really important on my channel, and if there's something that you hear that's not yours, it's just like finding a shirt in the wrong size. You don't try and stuff yourself into it and get mad when it doesn't fit. You use what is yours and what fits you, and you leave the rest for the person who it belongs to. So today we have the number 5, the purple rabbit, and the word believe. So let's go ahead and get started so you can find out what your crush is fantasizing about you. So this is what they find hot about you, what they get turned on by, what they feel towards you, what they wish you knew, and then I pulled a Moonology card for some moon knowledge as well. So what they find hot about you is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very passionate, sexually expressive person. They come in and they're passionate. This is usually like a masculine energy. It can be a male or a female, but this person comes in and they have a little bit more of a sense of control of the relationship. The time here is 11:11, so I like to point out synchronicities when we're working. So what they get turned on by is the reverse judgment card. The reverse judgment card is about weaknesses. It's about people who have an error in judgment. So they kind of get turned on by people who are, the only thing I can think of is like easily manipulated, but it's not necessarily in a bad way when the person is consenting and they want their crush to kind of take control of the situation. So this person gets turned on by molding you into what they want sexually. So they may enjoy picking out your clothes, they may enjoy being like, oh, I want you to wear this type of shoes, or don't wear any panties tomorrow. They're really into controlling you sexually. But if you're in this relationship with them, it's because they know that you're consenting to it and you really enjoy it. So what they feel towards you is the reverse Three of Pentacles. The reverse Three of Pentacles is that there's a feeling of no teamwork. So they might not feel like you're not lifting them up or not being supportive to them, or they're not being supportive to you. Either way, it's kind of a feeling of like, when it's upright, this person is like holding her up against the wall and really lifting her up. And when it's reversed, it's the feeling of like not uplifting that other person. So what they wish you knew pulls up as the reverse Eight of Wands. So the reverse Eight of Wands is about like frustrations and problems that are lying ahead. So this relationship feels relatively new. You might not have even had sex yet. Like, that's one of the reasons why you're trying to figure out how they're fantasizing about you, because you haven't had a sexual relationship with them. But what they really wish that you knew is that they have some issues sexually. They may experience some type of like sexual dysfunction, or they may be just stuck up in their head and it's hard for them to get aroused. But that's something that they wish that you knew. So the moon card is you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, and we're going to pull some clarity on those problems. So it pulled up as the reverse temperance card. So their problems is like Their problem is that there's some energy disruptions. They have some chaotic energy going on in their lives. There might be some issues right now that don't even have anything to do with you, but they want you to know that that's the reason they haven't gone down that sexual path with you. So that's why there's a little bit of an issue. But stick to it. The mind is the biggest sex organ. Even people who have dysfunctions or, premature ejaculation or any of those things can really be assisted through therapies and talk therapies. And it's something that if that's what they're experiencing and you're their sexual partner, it's okay to be like, hey, let's have this conversation. There's an intimacy with being able to express what's going on. I wouldn't walk right in and be like, hey, I know your dick won't work. That's really not how you want to approach it. You could just be like, if they bring it up, or you could say, hey, I noticed that you've been kind of stressed lately. Do you want to talk about anything? Like, you can have a conversation without getting into like the reverse Queen of Swords energy where you're just really mean. So don't be cold hearted or not having any compassion, but you could have a conversation about it. All right, so this is for group 2 that chose the purple bunny. So we have a Moonology card. We have what they find hot about you, what they get turned on by, what they feel towards you, and what they wish you knew. So what they find hot about you is pulling up as the reverse 5 of Cups. So the reverse 5 of Cups is about moving on and having forgiveness. They really like the fact they find it hot that you are an emotionally healed person. They find it hot that they can tell that you have confidence because you know that you have, worked through your issues and become a full, complete, healthy person. So they get turned on by, this is the reverse chariot, but I'm going to have you look at the picture here. You can see he's got like a flogger and they're having a really good time with that. You might have somebody who gets turned on by BDSM or, trying to, explore with you and go out. She looks exhausted. She looks like she had a great time. So, but the reverse chariot, as far as like the meaning of the card, is about giving up or losing direction. So in this reading, because it's more about what they get turned on by, I'm going by the pictures on the cards. But I think they get turned on by just being in abandon and being reckless with you and just basically like, come on, let's just follow the road and see where we're going and make no plans. Let's just be wild. And they like that and they get turned on by the idea that they don't know what the answer is or what's coming next. So what they feel towards you is the reverse 9 of Swords. And the reverse 9 of Swords is like healing, rest, being relieved from torment that they had. So they really feel like when you came into their life, a lot of things changed. They really stepped up to who they were and their authentic self, and they feel really accepted by you. So what they wish you knew came up, well, these are all reversed, came up as the reverse 6 of Pentacles. The reverse 6 of Pentacles is about one-sided charity or selfishness. So they kind of want you to know that sometimes they perceive you as being a little bit selfish, being a little bit focused on just your needs and not seeing outside of what you have going on. So they kind of wish that you knew that they needed some compassion. So the moon card is luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So this person really values you, values your friendship, and really looks forward to having a full, rich sex life with you. All right, well, I would love to hear your comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. All right, so this reading is for the people who chose the word believe. We have a Moonology card. We have what they find hot about you, what they get turned on by, what they feel towards you, and what they wish you knew. So what they find hot about you specifically, it pulled up as the King of Swords. I'm going to show this picture here. So the King of Swords is a intentionally powerful man. You see this lady, she's kind of watching in from the side. He doesn't really care. He's focused on her big boobs. So he really finds that you give total focus and don't really care about anybody who's around. He likes that feeling of being adored by you. Or I'm saying he because I always get stuck on the card designations, but this person could be male or female. But this person has a masculine energy, so they have a little bit more of an authoritative, kind of take charge, yin energy. So what they get turned on by is the reverse star. So the reverse star, though, is about impotence and depression, which is why in this position we're really kind of going with the picture. So she's got this white creamy stuff pouring it all over his chest. He's looking at her beautiful boobs. They have this like intimate moment here. They're out under the sky, they're outside. So he likes to, or this person likes to do things outside, likes to do things that are out of the ordinary, likes to have sexual experiences with you that have to do with food and maybe putting honey on your body and licking it off or things along those lines. So the next one is how they feel towards you. And this pulled up as the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about traditions and I were trying to pull these cards up to show you. But this is, I think it's really interesting because this card has two women on it. There's three people. There's a feeling of like being able to share. This is like a polyamorous feeling or a feeling of like a threesome, but both women are just really happy and content, and he has his hands on both of them and is loving them. So this really is about exploring. They feel like they can open up and explore to you and be explore with you and be accepted. So what they wish you knew is being the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is that, you know, they do have two choices. They do have options that they're weighing. Um, and that's where it comes back into this how they feel towards you. The options that they're having, they would like to have both. And so I have a pretty progressive audience, pretty progressive people that watch. I myself am polyamorous. So this person is kind of like, hey, I wish you knew that I want you and this other person, and I don't want one of you more. I want both of you. I want to have this experience where all three of us can love each other and can be open-minded and can experience each other. So the Moonology card is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And if you're not polyamorous or you're like, I would never be able to share, what is she talking about? It might be that there is an aspect of you that's kind of the wild part of you, and then there's an aspect of you that's a little more tame and calm, and your person is saying, I want to connect with you in a romantic way. And the great thing about polyamory is sometimes you start a relationship and you don't fall in love with just the person, you have the other person too. It's like this huge open thing. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by for that. And I would love to hear if it is polyamorous relationship. I think that'd be really super cool. And we will go ahead and don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the things you can do on YouTube. And we'll go into what's in the box. And this is something that I'm putting this on the screen in my mind. Go ahead and open this in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it is the word sweet. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to talking to you again.